We was lost, now we rise, paying the price, open eyes, chains off, walk and rise, back to God, no disguise, truth in the steps, no compromise, spirit strong, we mobilize, from the dirt we sanctifies, chosen ones we...
What's happening? Just decided to get on here for a few minutes and speak my mind. The fear of rejection. I think we all deal with some type of fear of rejection, regardless if it's work, relationships, starting your own business, just a lot of different things. And I guess I didn't realize that I was letting my fear contradict my future. And what I mean by that is I have a lot of skills and abilities. And my wife was like, pretty much like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a lot of skills and abilities, you're wasting them pretty much, and that was the first time it hit me in my life that, you know what I'm saying, I'm making everybody rich except for myself. I do music, I make my own beats, I shoot music videos, I rap on it, you know what I'm saying, I edit it, everything. I work on cars, I'm a handyman, and I was just letting my skills go to waste. And she really had to sit down with me. It was like, you got to do something, you know what I'm saying? Stop making these people rich, And I wanted to pursue my music. That's what my heart is my music. But, at that time, I'm not making any money off of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just posting, you know what I'm saying? People, oh yeah, that's what's up, that's nice, but I wasn't getting no traction behind it. And she was like, you might as well start a lawn care business. And my uncle got one in Florida and, he's killing it. I used to work for a lawn care service, back in the day. So I kind of used the skills that I learned from them. And I started with a lawnmower. I just started with a lawnmower. I didn't even have nothing but a lawnmower. And posting, for about a week or two. And I finally first got my first client. And I'm like, man, it can really work, you know what I'm saying? But if I would have never got over that fear of rejection, I wouldn't have started my business. And by the time I started in the summertime, so about like June, I believe, it just started picking up, you know what I'm saying? Busy crazy, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, dang, this whole time, I've been working for people and I could have put that same energy into my own self, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a cold piece with it, you know what I'm saying? I have to talk to people. I got good customer service skills. I'm a people's person. And she lit a fire under my ass, boy, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just like I'm starting stuff left and right, you know what I'm saying? And I really got the confirmation from the Bible. God said he gave us skills and ability, stuff left and right, you know what I'm saying? And I really got the confirmation from the Bible. God said he gave us skills and abilities. God said he gave us skills and abilities, you know what I'm saying? Even before we was even thought of. And for us to truly tap into our skills and abilities, we got to do his work, you know what I'm saying? And I've been doing it my way for the longest. I'm 39 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm just started my, first couple of businesses. It's never too late, you know what I'm saying? But I just wish I would have did it in my younger days. And if I, but it's a story behind that, I was a single father, You know, I was married for about 17 years and single father for about 5 of them years. So I don't know, I feel like I didn't have time and I just wanted to work for somebody and, you know what I'm saying, keep clocking in because I didn't want to put the work in because of the fear of rejection. But fast forward to now, man, it's a beautiful thing when you can become your own boss. You know what I'm saying? God sent us, you know what I'm saying, everything we need, you know what I'm saying? It's in that Bible. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to figure out my purpose for a long time. Like I said, I'm 39 years old. And I finally figuring out my purpose. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally figuring it out. And like I said, it's about doing God's work. You know what I'm saying? These are not our bodies. You know what I'm saying? Everything on this earth don't belong to none of us. You know what I'm saying? It's the Most High's. You know what I'm saying? We're just the vessels. You know what I'm saying? We're just supposed to manage and do right. You know what I'm saying? By Him. And like I said, I finally figured it out. And it's a beautiful thing. You know, now I started a podcast. It's called From Pain to Purpose, which y'all, you know what I'm saying, listening to now. You know, it's gonna be a lot of content coming out, and I've been through a lot, you know, and God wants us to tell our testimony. He wants to tell our story to help others, you know what I'm saying, overcome what they're dealing with. To me, I feel like that's the fastest way, you know what I'm saying, for people to bring people to God, you know what I'm saying, through testimonies. You know what I'm saying? Through like, man, you've been through this, you've been through that, but you still standing strong, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what He wants from us. And like I said, I finally figured it out. You know, and now I'm just on here trying to spread the message. I just completed 4 ebooks. Y'all can check them out. It's in my videos. You know, about marriage, about coming from an employee to an entrepreneur, breaking generational curses. It's another one. I can't never remember that last one. It's on there. Y'all just check it out, man. Y'all check it out. But like I said, I want to just get on here and you know, give praises to the Most High, and I pray for knowledge, wisdom, understanding. You know what I'm saying? All of that. And this is where He brought me. You know what I'm saying? To tell my story, and I just want to help people. You know what I'm saying? That's where I get my gratification from, is helping people. I may not have everything. I may not be the richest, you know what I'm saying? But my heart is good. My heart is real good. And I told my wife the other day, even if I could just touch one person and help them out, you know what I'm saying, through a struggle they're going through, that's all I wanted. And I done touched like 3 people so far, 3 people that reached out to me, and, you know, we're having conversations, and, you know, I'm helping them trying to find their purpose. You know what I'm saying? While I'm still on my path to my purpose. You know what I'm saying? And it's the most gratifying thing in life. You know what I'm saying? To do God's work and feel good about it. You know, to help others. You know, like I said, when I was a single father, I'm in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? And this is a woman state. You know, so it was very hard for me, you know what I'm saying, to get help. You would think, you know, like, oh man, he a single father. He got all them kids, you know, let's help them. You know what I'm saying? That's rare, you know what I'm saying? I was getting that, but it was still a lot of red tape behind that. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this is my calling. God is calling me on. You know, like I said, I done been married twice. My first marriage, it wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? I ended up finding out that 3 of the 5 kids that I was taking care of wasn't mine. You know, after being in a marriage for damn near 17, 20 years. And it's a crushing feeling, you know what I'm saying? To think that these kids are yours and whole time they're not even yours. Like it crushed me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna sit here in front. You know what I'm saying? And I went through a lot of depression and I went through a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, after finding out, them kids wasn't mine. And I think it was the way that it happened, you know what I'm saying? Because we would stop talking for a long time, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to move on with my life. And I think we got into a heated moment and she was just like, you better get a DNA test done because some of them kids ain't yours. I'm like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't did everything, you know what I'm saying? Homeless, you know what I'm saying? Trying to keep the family together, dealing with child protection on from her end, you know what I'm saying? At least twice. And once child protection get involved, you're dealing with them for at least a year, each rip. You know what I'm saying? Saying I was beating on my kids and I was doing meth, all type of things, you know what I'm saying? Just putting me through the ringer, you know what I'm saying? And making it harder for me to take care of I thought was our children. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, I only have 2 kids out of 5. It's crushing. You know what I'm saying? But I had to dig deep, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't let that define me and for me to shut down. Like I said, I was dealing with depression at the time. I was taking medication. I was in a dark place. And I felt like if God wasn't in my life, ooh wee. Just even thinking about it now, it hurts. You know, my wife was talking to me last night and she said, "Are you ready for this journey?" I said, "Yeah, but it's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt, you know, but it's gonna hurt. I know it's gonna hurt, you know, but you know what I'm saying? So it don't even matter, you know. But man, I wasn't even trying to tear up, but golly. This is what God has called me to do, is to tell my story, my testimony. Cause I know there's other people out there, other men going out there that's dealing with messed up things, you know what I'm saying? That's not their fault. Anybody that knows me know that I'm a good person. I love hard. I got a big heart. And it's messed up, when people go down that path and put people through that, you know. But she had a real bad drinking problem. And, I tried to help as long as I could, but I was losing myself in the process, so I had to kind of give up, and let her live her life. And, I ended up getting custody of all my kids, even, before I found out. But it, it's a messed up situation, you know, and I think like a year after that whole, you know what I'm saying, fiasco that happened, she passed away. She passed away behind drinking. So it's like I have a lot of unanswered questions, you know what I'm saying, that I will never get the answer to. But, I guess that's how life is sometimes, you know. But like I said, we all got a story, we all been through things. And for us to really tap in and tune in to our skills and abilities and to figure out what our purpose is in life, we have to get close to God. We have to read that Bible. We have to pray. We got to treat other people right, man. You know, we just have to. If you want to have a good life, you know what I'm saying, even afterlife, because people just worry about this life on earth. This ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? We think we going through shit now. Wait till eternity, you ain't did right. You gonna find out. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, and like I said, this is my podcast, From Pain to Purpose. I know I got a purpose. I know I was sent here to do more than what I'm doing. I know I'm worth more than working for somebody. You know what I'm saying? I know all these things, and I'm working towards that now. And I just thank God for the blessings and the knowledge and the patience. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm at this point. I'm pushing everything about God, everything for God. One more story before I go. I'm gonna come back though. But one more story. My father died when I was 3 months. He got shot and killed. And I'm still trying to pick the pieces up and figure everything out, but one step at a time, I guess. But anyways, from what I was told was he got into a relationship with my mom while he was already married. And I guess he told my mom that, you know, he was about to leave the woman that he was with, and they had a child together, married. And I guess the woman wasn't going for that. She had somebody kill my dad. He was coming out of a bar with his brother one night. This is in Mississippi, back in 1986, the year I was born. My father died 3 months after I was born. And I guess he came out the club and the bar, or whatever you want to call it, and the man shot him, and shot his brother and paralyzed his brother and killed my dad that same night. And from what I was told was nothing happened to the woman. From what I was told, she was a Caucasian woman. Nothing happened to her. The guy, from what my mom just told me, he just got released from prison about 5 or 10 years ago. I think he only served 10, 15 years. And I'm here left trying to pick up the pieces. You know, growing up without no dad, senseless. Man, this shit ain't easy, man, to get on here and be so vulnerable. But that's what God want me to do. And I try to reach out to my brother because he had one other son from, you know, the woman that murdered him. And at the time, I didn't even think about it. This was like 2 years ago. I reached out to them for the first time, and it kind of pushed me to the side, you know. But I didn't know why. I didn't think about it. You know, it was like, okay, yeah, what up, man? All right, I'll holler at you later, and that was it. I can't stop crying. God damn. Mm. And you know, like I said, this is 2 years later since the first time I reached out to him, and there was no other contact between it. You know, I called and, you know, trying to, hey, what's up, bro? How you doing? You know, it was nothing, you know. And I was talking to my wife the other night, and this was after I had wanted to see my aunt Tina, my mom's sister. I haven't seen her in a while. We stay right down the street from each other, but people be busy. And as soon as I walked through the house, she said, "Damn, boy, you look just like your daddy." And I'm like, "What? You know my dad?" She like, "Yeah." Nobody ever said anything about my dad in the 40 years that I've been alive. Never, not one time, like nothing. Not my mom's brothers, not my mom's, other than my Aunt Tina, you know, never, nobody ever said anything about him. And I guess that opened a lot of different wounds that I was trying to, hide and, not think about. But yeah, like I said, I reached out to my brother and it was like, whatever. And even my dad's sisters, I have two aunts. And the same thing, one of them I reached, left a message, everything, no reply. The other one was like, hey, what's up? I'm busy right now. I'll call you later. So I'm like, okay, and I called back, chat and check, how y'all doing? It's nothing, and I'm like, damn, what the fuck I do? You know what I'm saying? And it dawned on me that my half brother was from the first marriage from the white woman. And I'm like, damn, so is he feel some type of way about me? You know what I'm saying? Did he feel some type of way about me, about my mom, and you know what I'm saying, about the whole thing of me being conceived? And I'm like, damn, that's probably what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here thinking like, what the fuck I do? I didn't do nothing to nobody. I don't even, I was trying to get to know them. I don't know my dad's side of the family. I just know my mom's. So I'm very curious. You know what I'm saying? But it dawned on me. The nigga probably hate me. Like, you came, your mom came and she had you and it broke up our family and, my mom put a hit on our dad. You know what I'm saying? Because of you. Pretty much that's, what I'm kind of getting out of it. Like, what I'm saying? Like I'm a mistake or the black sheep. You know what I'm saying? Not one time anybody reached out to me and said, hey, how you doing? You want to know something about your dad? Never. I'm the one that's been having to reach out. Trying to put my life together, trying to figure out who am I and where I come from. I had no father in my life to teach me how to be a man. Everything that, a lot of people have, you know what I'm saying, their father, I didn't have none of that. Talk to about girls, fix things, work on, nothing. Everything in life I learned. I learned on my own and watching other people. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I turned out pretty good. But I feel like I was robbed of a lot of things of my father. I was robbed. It's like how can you expect a man to be a man that never seen how a man's supposed to be? No. But that's how I know God's been watching me and he's been protecting me. Even when I ain't even been in the Bible and praying like I should have been. Cause this life is tough, man. A lot of people fold. And I'd have been through a lot of shit to the point where I know a lot of people would have folded. You know what I'm saying? It's hard taking care of yourself, let alone 5 kids. And then dealing with a significant other that's not on their thing or not on their business. It's hard. I was the mom and the dad. You feel me? The cooking, the cleaning, laundry. I was doing my daughter's hair and everything. Like I did everything. Doctor's appointments, making sure they was in school every day. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Going through all of that. But I'm still taking care of 5 kids. And I'm internally fucked up. Mentally fucked up. Excuse my language. That's how I know it's bigger than me. God did what he did for a reason. For to this day. So I can help the next person. Man. Oh yeah, this is it's refreshing to get this off my chest. Like I talk about it, to my wife and stuff, but to actually release it into the world, it's tough. But I just thank God for waking me up and bringing my second wife to me, because she the one who brought God back into my life. And I feel like without her, I would still probably been lost, still taking care of kids and still doing stuff that I didn't know what the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I appreciate y'all tuning in to me, man. And this how the show gonna be. Real and authentic, man. Can't fake this shit. But like I said, I do music. I'm getting into a lot of godly music now, Check my music out. I took all my music off all the streaming platforms because, I feel like, they robbing us, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to promote my own music, you know. But check my music out. I got like five mixtapes together. I'm making my third mixtape, or not my third, my sixth mixtape right now. And it's a lot of it's a song on there called "What Happened to Marriage," "God's Plan," "Good Wife." Go check me out, man. And the songs ain't nothing but $1. I'm only charging $1. You check my music out. It's very inspirational, motivational. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I just wrote 4 ebooks. Check them out. Like I said, just check my DM, man. I'm an open book. If I can help you going through something that you're going through, I want to help. That's what God put me on this mission to do. And I'm almost like an expert with marriage. The first marriage, I think the first time I was married, it was what, 14, 15 years? My second marriage right now is going on 10 years. But the difference between the two marriages, the first one, God wasn't in it. I'm not going to sit here in front and lie. But my second marriage, oh yeah. He all up in it. You know what I'm saying? He's in it. And that's the only way any type of relationship, especially a marriage, is going to work. If you got God in it. Because without him, that's suicide. You heard me? Well, check my songs out, man. Like I said, there's little snippets on there, but if y'all want the full version, nothing but $1. It's not a lot. Whole mixtape, $5. Like I said, just scroll through my posts, you'll see it. And I got some of the music on there I still got, but I appreciate y'all listening to me, man. I really do, man. From the heart. Y'all have a blessed day. Read y'all Bible. Talk to God. Start changing our ways. Start breaking these generational curses. Real talk. I broke a lot of them. I don't eat pork. I don't celebrate pagan holidays. What is it? Excuse me. I'm starting my own business. God don't want us to work for nobody. It's in the Bible. Go check it out. Gave us skills and abilities. And he said a person that don't use their skills and abilities in the right way in serving him and helping others is considered wicked and lazy. It's deep. Everybody got a skill. Y'all better start tapping into y'all skills and putting God behind that. But I appreciate y'all, man. Real talk. And I'll be on here again, man. Tune in. Check my content out. Y'all have a blessed day. Everybody. Have a blessed day. Do something nice for somebody. Out the kindness of your heart. I haven't talked to my cousin in years. And, she was like, I'm going through it, cuz. I said, you know what, man? I ain't got that much money, but I sent her some money yesterday. I sent it back to you. I promised when I said, look, cuz, I didn't give this to you for you to pay me back. I gave it to you to try to help in some type of way. It's not much, but I'm doing it out of kindness of my heart. I don't want nothing back. Peace and blessings, man.
Hygiene is a must, so we teach them to be clean. You kings and queens, nothing less. God bless my kids, yes. I love my wife, I love my life, cause I'm a family man. No other feeling better than being a family man. Cause I know they got my back to the very end. Cause I know they got my back to the very end. I love my life, I love my wife, cause I'm a family man. No other feeling better